Dig. You know what I heard? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the prettiest of them all? Now let's take that. Who's the prettiest? That's a very flamboyant statement. It means who's the most surgical at this shit, whatever it may be, like whatever your niche may be. There's a little bit of aggressive energy. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most surgical of them all? Who is the prettiest? Like Muhammad Ali said, I am the prettiest. I am the greatest. You know how he manifests that shit for himself? And he really was. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the prettiest of them all? Somebody wants to flex their muscles. Or somebody want to fake flex. Somebody's fake flexing. And I feel like the person that's being antagonized is the one that's saying the mirror, mirror on the wall, because it's enticing their sarcasm. You know, they mocking back at the person, trying to watch them, trying to secretly study them, but they getting tripped up because never try to study me because you ain't gonna be able to graduate. Ooh. Lay down and take a nap. As I sit and I ponder my moves, Four Swords is really just talks about the energy gaining momentum. The more quiet I am, the more it manipulates your next move. What you're gonna say, what you're gonna do, because you don't know what to do because I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying anything. And I don't have a concern in the world. I don't have a thought. I don't have a fathom as to what you're doing, about what you're going to do next or what you're trying to do next. I really just think it's admiration and respect. It's just a little misplaced in how you articulate it. Yeah, I feel an aggressive energy. It's like you're mentally preparing for the next big thing, the next big grand event in your life, and you got people just lurking around trying to see how they can knock you off your square or maybe distract you. But with this Four Source energy, that's a retreat. It represents retreating, technically. But if you look at this illustration, if you just read the illustration, it's like my focus is on my manifestations, is on my reality, is on where I'm at in life, the people in it, the places I'm going, the things, what's my next grand move, so to speak. Nothing bothers me, nothing shocks me. I'm very impervious to anybody's pain, not my pain, everybody else's pain. So it's nothing you can inflict on me or project or deflect on me that's going to affect me or deter me or distract me. This is like a big fuck you without even having to say fuck you. This is oh, I didn't hear you. You were speaking. This is you narrowing your focus, whoever you are. This is you narrowing your focus and zoning in, like real one-dimensional mindset. Oh, that's why. But not so fast. This could mean this is what I'm focused on, my happiness, who I love, and who loves me back. I got a whole family out there, rooting for me. I can give a damn about a punk ass person, right? Unless it's these people being shady. What's the 10 of that? Oh, hey. See what I mean? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the prettiest of them all? Meanwhile, somebody over there think that look at these people in the background. They really think they doing something. I'm supposed to be pissed off. I'm supposed to be dazzled because you have an opinion. Huh? You only have life because you it's like this is somebody who rides your coattail indirectly, real passive aggressively. So they only get energy off of what you're about to do next. You know how you see how these people are just running their mouth about this person. It's like, well, dig this. If you're not jealous or competing with me, you have no life. But at the same time, I wouldn't be doing nothing great. I wouldn't be the greatest. Who's the prettiest? I'm the prettiest. Okay, this is my focus. This is a completion. That's like end all be all. This 10 of cups, 10 of baskets is the 10 of cups, right? End all be all. Okay, these are my blessings. I focus on my blessings, my fulfillment, my emotional fulfillment. And it's like that 10 of cups is prominent with both parties because whoever these people are who's politicking behind this person's back, this completion is a whatever damage they thought they did, they completed it. Like they went through with it. Like it's a go ahead, it's a green light. But likewise, in the same breath, whoever, this particular person who has no concerns in the world, who's in retreat, not the depressive kind of retreat, but just like resting, just decompressing because you're working towards something great. It's dreaming about all their wish fulfillment. Like I thank God for my family, my friends, my business, everything that makes me sublimely happy moving forward. Like I'm obsessed with my newfound success and my constant evolution and spiritual growth. While these people, it's like you kind of feel like a nut for whatever you did. You took action on something and now you stuck in your head about it because this person's unbothered. It's like it didn't happen yet. This could be somebody manipulating energy with this jealous competitive. This is Five of Wands with this jealous nature. Okay, but this is like a super intellect. That's what I take from this force. This force or this person resting right here. Like this person is very emotionally intelligent, very fixed in his energy, and he don't bend. And what else? I want to know more. Oh, we fake friends now. We either fake friends or I'm just happy and you just stuck in the background trying to catch up. You don't know what to do. Like you're stuck in your head. Like, how the fuck did you get from my grip? Like, how did this happen? Today I'm playing with just my tarot cards. I usually have my other cards, but it's just going to be these today. We're going to read off these illustrations, okay, and get momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. It's like where I'd rather be is with my family and my friends. I got my spouse, I got my sister, I got my friends, I got my business colleagues. I don't want for nothing. And what you got to say? It's like every other card is like, well, it's my will against your will. This Four of Swords is rudeness. Who is this rude bitch right here? Stuck in their head, talking shit, taking action, trying to be smart, real passive aggressive energy. This is two contrast energies. This person is like, who is this bitch? What does she have on me? Look at these two. You got somebody trying to tell them, there's a better way you can go about life. And it's like, bitch, fuck you. I don't care. Like, you feel like such a loser right now. You're so disappointed in how all of this is going. Meanwhile, this person is right here. Like, the story behind this illustration right here is like, you see how they're talking about her? And then she's just standing there like, okay, I'm a hex y'all because y'all want to be smiling in my face and talking about me behind my back. But let me tell you something. You want to switch roles with me first chance you get. You're just waiting for me to fall off. and that's not gonna happen. And it's right, and this person is right under here. So this is who he's dreaming about. Like, damn, it's my wish fulfillment. Mhm. This is my wish fulfillment right here. Like, I'm obsessed about it. And then meanwhile, it's like you're reading this energy two different ways. You got the Three of Cups, this third party energy. This does represent third party energy, but it's not always. Like, on one hand, this person's like social group, family, friends, loved ones, and then on the other hand, it's like this person tried to play games and with the third party shit, and it just didn't work. She ended up hexing herself or himself, how it resonates. So why is all this? Why? Why all the drama? Who cares about drama? Especially when you don't retreat it. So you don't care about drama. It's like, I have no one to play with now. No one wants to play in my sandbox. Well, this is somebody trying to offer their cup of love, and you like, nah. I want that one. Why can't I have that one? Because, oops, ooh, ooh, this why. What you got on her? You know, what you got on this Caribbean right here? This Cherokee right here. Look at her. She fine. And she's very fine. You see how you got that bird on her hand as the messenger? He's sending love notes. Do you like me? Do you love me? Huh? And it's reciprocated. Hmm. Let's talk about this for a second. The Six of Pentacles. It's like when you was up, right? It was easier for you to appear to be like this soldier right here. But now you're on the other end. Like, sometimes you're being put. We as people are being put through trials where we have to be on the receiving end, not the giving end. And you done done it. You just overflexed what little bit you did, what chump change you did, because it's coins down here. You know, you done gambled with the wrong group of people, and now you're on the receiving end, and now you have to show humility, and you don't want to. Why not? Because you can't fix your inner issues with an empress operating in her Queen of Wands energy. That's why. And that's what this man dreams about. Like, yo, is this for real? Like, this is surreal. Like, she's mine. She loves me just as much as I love me. So what? What can we? How can we grow together? Let's talk about that. Because with an empress, that's somebody who's looked up to, sought after. This is somebody who's nurturing. This is somebody who is an entrepreneur. This is someone who's a motherly figure and a leader. It could be a leader of the community. Could be the head of household. Well, if she has a spouse, she's not necessarily the head of household, but she's somebody who holds the fort down. Especially with the Queen of Wands, she's deeply spiritual, highly attractive, highly sought after. Oh, what was my question? What can we accomplish together? Many things. Many things. Sky's the limit. Okay? And it's like y'all mentalities match with this Ace of Pentacles. This is God's helping hand. A simple prayer led you to a 10, a cups. Whenever there's a 10, there's an ace. Wish fulfillment turned Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Great health, great wealth, great business, great sex, great relationships. This energy is gaining momentum. That's my favorite line. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like we both stand independent. You both stand independent. It came out. It ran across my mind to say we stand independent. So to join forces, that's huge. That's a power play. Hence that Six of Pentacles, that six. Like, look, it's like six, but with the Six of Pentacles, it's a card of reciprocity. So if I'm not feeding into you, you don't have nothing to offer. Like, it's hard to perform without an audience, right? And you're just a walking mood swing because you're not even in a sense in a big level of maturity. Like, this is a whole person, a whole grown woman standing in her power, working with another person standing in their power, raising a counterpart. Y'all raise each other. Y'all are a garment for each other with that Six of Pentacles. But likewise, you took that energy away from somebody who was rude and just toxic, just a walking mood swing altogether. And you put it back in yourself to attract somebody big. Like, this is God stepping in and said, okay, you've been through enough. Now I'm going to teach you your worth. I'm going to teach you both your worth through each other, through the trials of learning each other. And it's not going to be made difficult like most dramatic relationships from the past. This is those that all was karmic to shape shift you to be in these leadership positions. Even a man can be an empress, though. I told you. I put all that together. Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, that Ten of Cups is that Ace of Pentacles turn Six of Wands. That's fame and notoriety and victory and success. Like, you're about to be, y'all are, I don't feel like you're about to be. I think you are already beloved by the people. I think you're well received by the people already. And even though you're not where you want to be yet, you're on the right track. Because you're at a 6, you're not at a 10 yet. But actually, you are at a 10 because that 10 of Cups is there. That's wish fulfillment. Like, you got, sometimes it can make a person feel terrified that they have everything they wanted, that they feel afraid that something can happen. They don't want to lose it. Like, they know what they have to go through to earn it. So they retreat at times. It's like, God, you really, like, I feel like this could only be you to have it set up like this. Just these cards right here. I'd be worried if they didn't gossip, because that means I'm not doing something right. This is somebody's success, and their energy is strong. I keep picking up on a power couple. I keep picking up on successful entrepreneurs. I keep picking up on a particular energy that is a win. Everything's a win. Everything they touch, everything they say, everything they do is a win. A win-win situation. They go, your soulmate. That's right. But this is also you being experienced. This is also kindred souls. This is reminiscence. This is nostalgia. This is looking back on what we had to do to get it. All the stuff we've been through. This is y'all sitting with each other, relaxing, sitting amongst each other, congratulating each other on their success. Like, we've been working at this for a long time, and now we got it. It started from the bottom, now we're here. Hell yeah. That's 3 6s out there. Page of Swords. Internet, research, legalities, contracts, business, communication. There's always some form of communication, but it's like real, I feel like it's cutthroat. You gotta look at that knife he has in his hand. And I feel like you get ready, like, your business savvy is sharp, knowledgeable. You did your research, you crossed your T's, you dot your I's to make you more of a cutthroat. Meaning you're more sought after for your niche, for whatever you specialize in. according to the people. It's like this person know what they're talking about. This person know what they're doing because their due diligence is done. And it's like you don't have a problem showing your credentials and showing like just showing people you can get the job done. You not all talk with this card here, and you're signing contracts for new businesses. So you signing contracts, all right. You in love. You getting married. You celebrating. You just celebrating. So this is the only time I feel like the ten of wands. If this 6 of wands and this 4 of wands, this is the only time it's not a burden. When it's these two put together, not the actual 10 of wands. That's the burden with responsibility card. But in actuality, you just balanced and you happy because you got somebody showing up just as respectful of you as you are of them. And you can't wait to show it off to everybody. How many soulmate cards we got out here? Boom. 1, 2, sheesh. 3 counterparts. What else? Reciprocity, respect, a lot of respect, a lot of love, a lot of thanking God, okay? Because he did it. Look at that. I told you, when you put this together, you put all these together, you're well received by the people. Like, people want to come celebrate with you. People want to celebrate you. People want to market you. People want to do business with you. Because that's business cards too. This is you being true to yourself. The more true to yourself, the more authentic you are, the more, you tend to attract. You and your North Node. And this is somebody's North Node because this is a Gemini card. But you're courting somebody who's so much like you, it scares the shit out of you. You have to go retreat. Like, damn, is this for real? Like, hit me with a steel chair because I don't believe that this is really happening for me. Somebody's waiting to cuss you the fuck out. And for what? Because the internet is in a frenzy about where you at now? You're not the power player. You're not the star of the show. Okay? Or you cut somebody off who wasn't worth your time. And now they butthurt about it. Yeah, they are. They rejected. I feel rejected. All the shit I did for you. What exactly do people think they do? Because you don't just become successful like that just looking pretty. Like, you put some work in. Especially the way these cards laid out, like the order they came out, like the way they just playing off each other. And I don't read my tarot cards very often. I read the other cards, the oracle cards. Those are the ones I like because it's straight intuition. But even reading my tarot cards, some of the cards I'm using to write the interpretation of it. But really, I like these illustrations. Okay, they tell the story. Somebody is like wishing ill. Somebody wished death on you. The 8 of Swords is 3 and a 5 is 8. And then you got this 8. Somebody eyeing the fuck out of your newfound success, out of your relationship, your new life. But what they're doing is ricocheting that energy back on them. And now they're fucking stuck. Look at that shit. 8. 3 and a 5 is 8. Because they're devastated. I got a lot on my mind. My dog just died. Boom. I lost the love of my life. The she-devil stole it. They got a lot to say about your queen. Your queen. Now, let me tell you something about this Empress. She's in that Queen of Wands energy. She used to operate, and I feel like this is a person who is fiercely independent. This is a person who has made everything out of nothing, like starting from ground zero, right? And I feel like this person started, they started businesses. They built a career. They have children, maybe from a previous marriage, maybe not. but they have all these accomplishments that can't nobody take from them. Can't nobody take credit for it. So it's a match with that courting card, with the lovers card there. It's like making a choice between I'm not going low vibration, I'm not going karmic no more. I'm facing my north node. And it's like as soon as you did that, boom, this woman, it's like y'all mirror each other. It's like as soon as you cut off your karmic, you start facing your north node, and then God just put y'all right in the same space with each other. And then this woman, instead of operating out of her masculine energy, just upon meeting you, it's just naturally, miraculously, she starts operating in her feminine energy. So now she's just as delicate as she can be. Yeah, like she assumes her role. She assumes the position. Now back to this person cursing you. Look, if you look at the storyline, cursing the hell. This is the same person. This and this person in the blue. That's the same person. Okay, and this is the person behind her back, cursing her union, because you feel slighted. You feel like this nigga right here. Oh, excuse me, I wasn't supposed to say that. This person right here feel like she lost everything. Like she fumbled it. Whatever she feels slighted about, she fumbled it. She didn't play it right. And you got the 3 and the 5, and that's an 8. You know how she's cursing it. Like she is just in such a negative, rejected, a painful space. You know, that what you put out there is what you get back. So she's putting, look at her, that sword, your tongue is a double-ended sword. So the things that she's just saying out her face, that's 2 5s. Change. That's also 2 5s is a completion. That's a 10. Completion. You're done. You're done. It's something you tried to manipulate and it backfired so bad, because it's like whoever, whatever you thought you was going to do to manipulate this to be you backfired on you so bad that you are pissed off. Like, hold up. Like, it's like now it's like you're enraged. It's like you have a wrath now that cannot be tamed. But what you're putting that wrath out there, and now you're in spiritual prison or actual jail. This person can actually do jail. Like, this person is in a space where they could really do some dumb shit and be put right the hell in jail, because that's a jail card. Could be federal prison or spiritual prison. But when you look at the illustrations, it's like you up to no good with the way these cards is laying out. Okay, because you're coming for a chosen one, a counterpart, somebody who's favored in the Most High's eyes, and you're wishing all this ill on them. Meanwhile, you're the one that's falling short, because that's the energy that you're in. It's too low. But you don't care, because you're like irate. You done passed angry. Well, that's your problem, bitch. Next. What's the Knight of Cups? Knight of Pentacles. This is back to family orientation. See what I mean? It's like all in the same breath. It's like you tried to kill this man. You tried to kill this person, and he just so happened, you don't know that God is watching everything, even if people can't see what other people are doing. You tried to kill this person, to have this person jammed up. Look at the illustration on this card. It's the Hangman. So you try to have him stuck in his head, stuck in transition, or just plain set up. You try to set him up. You try to blindfold him, right? And it just so happened that God sees everything too. So he had these two people cross paths, and her light, it just kind of shook off a lot of that manipulation that he was under. And he started going in a totally different direction. And you're like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I did everything right. Or so you think. And you might have for what you were trying to do. But when she show up, she don't show up until it's time for change. Okay? So she showed this person something from a different perspective. And it's something that he already can connect with and resonate with, because this is something he was already shooting for himself, right? So now you got this lavish, this person, and they're very genuine with each other, very affectionate with each other. So they speak openly and spiritually as well as practically. So when they got to conversing with each other, it's like, well, this is why we're here. It only makes sense. We're meant to celebrate life. Like, you're not meant to be under the yoke of nobody's negativity in that mental prison. So this person started taking a different direction. And the rest is history for them. Because you got the Six of Wands there and everything. And the internet is going crazy over it too. And they're celebrated. That's a big card of celebration, a big card of balance. Like, the scales have been balanced. Even though the justice card is not out here, that is a karmic justice. Like, who knows what this person went through or why they feel the way that they feel. All you can do is pray for them. And the Knight of Cups is a seducer card. But it's also the card of moving forward, operating from a heartfelt space. And you got the Knight of Pentacles clarifying that, which is, it was a little slow to get off the ground, but it's still forward movement. And it also represents building the right foundation. It's like, if I'm gonna build this family life and this big business, it's got to be stable. It's got to make sense. The people involved, it has to make sense with the people who are involved, so it can be built on the right kind of foundation. And I don't want no trouble. I guess that's what this person's saying. I just want to be happy. So what he does is, it's okay. You trying to set me up? You're right. You absolutely right. Okay? Next direction. Next chapter. Because what you don't want is to see that flip side of me. I could be a whole two-headed doctor. I could do it the right way, or we could do it the combat way. We can practice the art of war if that's what you want to do. Because nobody's playing about their life. I'm not nobody's toy. You trying to make headlines. You trying to fix your inner issues with me and my light. And I try to do the right thing by you, and you try to off me, literally. Who's to say? If I'd have went over to your space, as you were trying to lure me over there, trying to manipulate me, and I get over there, and you can't see. It's like, that's not practicing the art of war, honestly, because you don't know what you're walking into. Somebody's trying to blindfold you and set you up. But your intuition kicked in. And then you have God's helping hand is underneath all these other cards. And in actuality, what they set up for themselves to try to humiliate you, they try to get notoriety by trying to humiliate you. Like, to them, you're worth more dead than alive. And that's something. The thought that people put into things when they could have been a whole astronaut, using their intelligence for dumb shit like this. Because they're clearly smart. They just a fuck up. And you end up making headlines. How you end up making headlines? Because you were your counterpart. Even though the emperor's not out here, the story is clearly saying this person came in as a blessing, as a mercy from God, as a generous blessing from God, and you are meant to be the same thing for that resource, because that resource has a story of their own as well. And y'all making headlines now. and somebody's jealous. They up to their old bag of tricks. But likewise, this is a witty, strategic person who's shrewd in business, who's shrewd in communication. But this can also be a liar, a thief, and a cheat. So on one hand, every card has a dual meaning in this storyline. So on one hand, one person was trying to, and it goes back to what I said with that manipulation. You see here, she's a housewife, and she's putting stuff in the food to keep her husband faithful. So you clearly know where I'm going with this story. Instead, it backfired on that person. When it backfired on that person, how it backfired on this person, this man fell in love with somebody else. He fell in love with himself. It's just a replica of himself as a woman. And this person thought she was it. And when she found out she wasn't, all hell broke loose. But this man is a very smart man as well. And he's strategic. And he beat her at her own game without even trying to fight with her. This person's beefing by themselves the whole damn time. You know, it's like whatever you thought was going to work just totally backfired. And this is God's way of punishing you. So the new journey for you is to sit down and think about what you did. Go repent, because you're not humble enough. You don't get the lesson. You don't get it. It's flying over your head. The new journey for you is power. Power plays. Moving forward. You don't want to go, we as people, sometimes we're raised to pick a lifestyle that is kind of stressful, causes anxiety because it's working harder, not smarter. But I feel like you have an intuition that cannot be ignored, sir, whoever this person is going to be. And you figured out the recipe not to have, you picked a lifestyle that doesn't entice anxiety, stress, depression, none of those things, because that's negative energy. And somehow you transmuted that energy. There's a serious health decline in somebody with these two cards here. And that's the journey. Like, they're meant to be in a mental asylum. Whether they go or not, it's up to them. You know, it's up to whoever is showing support in them. But this person needs to go to a hospital. Whoever this person is. This person is in despair. This person's health is bad. Okay, this person has, post-traumatic stress. This person is depressed severely. This person is like licking their wounds a lot. This person is self-destructive. That's what I'm getting from these two cards. And it's this person right here. This person is sick and they're burdened with responsibilities because you tried to escape accountability, but God had different plans. No, you're definitely being held accountable for what you did. Whoever you are and what you did. Like, you did a lot, and you're definitely fighting an upheaval battle with these demons. Like, you almost at a point where you cutting holes in your face because you're cutting demons out your face. That's how sick you are. Because you're made to be accountable. That's the prison that you're in, that you put yourself in with your free will. And this is something you've been doing for 7 years or more, 7+ years. It's been a long time. And it's finally caught up to you. Likewise, this is a card of planting the seeds and waiting for them to come into fruition. But when you put these two cards together, this is pregnancy for somebody. That's a hell yes. This is somebody who's going to be pregnant sooner than later. But this is also internet humiliation as well. fast communication about something. Somebody's getting exposed for what they did, or just affiliated with somebody who would play these games. So what can we expect? In conclusion, your integrity is not compromised, because you was at one time you was having the worst time ever. Like, you was the one that was stressed. I mean, you was the one that was, where's those other cards at? Hold up. This was you at one time, and you maintained integrity. This was you. You were very devastated. You were being spoken to. Like, this is a mental card, the card of communication. So this person knew just what to say to trigger you, to keep you down, to mentally oppress you and make you feel depressed and make you feel pain, inflicting a lot of pain on you, just using their tongue. And not once did you freak out on this person. You always showed integrity and devout loyalty. Okay? So with that being said, you know, this person, you practically created a couple of eases for yourself after experiencing a lot of difficulty. A strength card represents somebody who's having the worst time of their life and just maintain poise. And that is a completion. It's about new world order in a way where this is a newfound level of success, and it's fast. Like, you're about to take off. You already are taking off. Like, it's like how all this turned around was very interesting, because it did not appear that the circumstances would go this way, but that's how God works. So I think it pays for people to do their repentance prayers, to kind of keep up with it, because He's the changer of the hearts. You know, He can make anything go one way or another. He can turn anything on his head, and He can turn anything around. That's the truth. This person's been oppressed for a long time. That's what I get from this. See? This is tradition. This is the leader of a community. This is a teacher. This is a guru. This is longevity. This is tradition. So to me, based off of what I just said and this card came out, this is something that somebody has been struggling through for a long time, has tried to make up for it in other ways, in other talents, has tried to keep themselves busy, or just working on themselves for an extensive period of time, because it's tradition to even be attracted to someone who would do that to you. I mean, that's something that person put up with, from a marital person. It can be from a family upbringings, but it can also be a spouse that just was that way. They try to keep you bound, and they have regret now. They sad. Who cares? But they are. They're crying over spilled milk now. You're rich. You're wealthy. You're successful. You don't want for nothing. They feel betrayed. They actually have the audacity to feel betrayed by you, by your success. What were you banking on to make you think you can just get in the way of somebody's progress? You're just a huge enemy to progress. This rude person. But it's over. And they're the ones that stuck with all the knives in their back, because they threw them at you first. But you practiced the art of war. You were very strategic, you were witty, and you're just better at fighting war with people than this person was. This person was a goofy. This person just came out of nowhere acting stupid, and you showed them without even breaking a sweat, with that poise and that integrity. You weren't vile at all. Meanwhile, this person is just doing the most, trying to leave you in this ugly energy, trying to make you feel ugly about yourself. Yeah, you wised up, or You have a counterpart that teach you how to use better discernment, or this is the card of military as well, discipline. Is somebody who's been through enough. I mean, after going through this, is somebody who's witty, a warrior as well. Somebody who's sharp-minded, and this could be a man or a woman. But I feel like you met someone who's just with the shit, just like you, who don't let anybody play with their mental, because that's very important. Yeah, this person is charming. With the Page of Cups on top of the Queen of Swords, this person is charismatic, I want to say, with their words. They always say sincere things, genuine things to you, to keep you happy, to keep a smile on your face. This is a person who loves to see you smile. Yeah, this person is so real and raw. You can never, it's like, this is like shattering the illusion of what you might thought. Sometimes I see you struggle through things. This is what I'm hearing. Sometimes I see you struggle through things, and my words of encouragement kind of pulls you back out of that illusion, because this is something that's so embedded in you that it's normal for you to live in this illusion. Like that was your home. That's what you thought was home for so long. Like you were stuck for a long time, and now you're not. You're getting better. You're getting stronger because you got somebody strong behind you. It's a person who teach you how to establish tranquil and peace. They teach you how not to live in those big tidal waves. They don't do you any justice. They really break your mind down. This is a person who established therapy. This is a person who can utilize anything as a tool for psychotherapy, especially with the Page of Cups on top of the Queen of Swords. With the Six of Swords is what she's showing you. You're going from one extreme to the next. You're getting out of that daydreaming. Judgment is impaired. Could be drinking or smoking. If you're not drinking or smoking, something's off. Like your judgment is not that sharp. And this is what somebody meant to do to you. And now you're getting sharper, and you're making wiser, discerning choices for yourself. You're taking better care of yourself. You're just in a different headspace because you're around a different person. And that different person, that person is genuine to you. That person is authentic to you. And they help you remain tranquil, and they keep you calm. They're a soldier of peace. They war too. Don't get me twisted. That's a Queen of Swords. They war just like anybody else. But when it comes to you, they see where you've been with this Seven of Cups, and they practice resisting tumultuous experiences with people, places, and things. They teach you how to disengage from it with that Four of Swords that was earlier. The Four of Swords and the Six of Swords is a Ten of Swords, but that's the only time it's not painful, like a painful ending. It's actually a peaceful beginning when you put it together like that. And it preserves your mental state and your intellect and your nerve capacity. Yeah. The Chariot. The places that you're traveling to now is only an upward. This part is spiritual. With the Chariot and the Six of Swords, like you were close to the hellfire before with the people you're associated with. and how you were, like the experiences you had. Now you're closer to heaven with the person you're surrounding yourself by, and just the way you think now. And you're moving like in your north node. You become spiritually evolved to the point where now you're moving, you're closer to heaven. You're closer to peace because you can sleep now. I could stop it right here. That's God. You can only thank God. That's the truth. That's mental clarity. He saved you. He rescued you. Don't forget to give glad tidings.